Hello and welcome. We've got a box of nickels to hunt today. These are circulated and look pretty good, so hopefully there's some awesome things inside these rolls. We're going to get to hunting, see what we got going on here, check our albums afterwards, and hopefully have a good time and a good fun hunt. Intro, take 473. Cue music. Cue coins.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Now pick them up. I'm not rich. We are on the first roll, and we already got a find here. Got a 1942. This one is really rough. Really rough. This one's a Philly, not a war nickel, not silver. So this is just regular nickel. 1942, there was both regular and war nickels, regular nickels and silver nickels. That is a pretty rough 1942, but is our first old find. Oh, there was another one that had the old look to it. We got two finds in this roll. 1956. How about that? 1956. This one's from Denver. Got that mark on the reverse there. Nice. Two finds there. Just take another quick look here. That was a 66. That was the other one that caught my eye, but that one's at 66. All right, let me finish going through this roll. Two finds in this first roll. Very nice. We are on roll number 3, and I think we've got one or two here that has older look. Just poured it out. So this one just has that older patina, older skin to it, and I think there was one back here. I think this one barely on the camera. So let me check this one first. Could there be more in here? Possibly, but let's check this one first. 1947. Nice. Let's see. Denver. 1947 out of Denver. So that's the first one. Let's see. Where was it? Right here. That one just has that older look to it. The lettering there has that older font style look. Maybe there's a couple more, but let's take a look at this one. 1969. Nope, not old enough to be a find. Roll number 4. We got a 1941 here, sitting right in front of 1962. But the 1941 is the find here. This one is a Philadelphia. Very cool. Pretty worn, but still an old nickel and a cool little find there. Oh, we got a 57 back here too. 1957. This one had caught my eye. And this one is from Philly as well. 1957 from Philly. How about that? Two in this roll. This 1962 has the older look, and that one was catching my eye, but I could see the date on that. That looks like all the old ones from this roll. Let's keep going to see what else we find. Roll number 6. And we got a really rough one here. It looks like a 1957. That's what I'm going to go with because that's kind of what it looks like. This one is very rough, very beat up. I think I see a Denver mint mark there. Oh man, this one got ate up. Something acidic got onto this and ate it up. It might have been in some acidic soil. It's kind of what it looks like there, but that is a very rough nickel. But it's still an old nickel, so we're going to put it up here with the rest. Roll number 7, and we got some potential finds in here. Let's move these over a little bit. Back here we have some with just the older style look to it here. Gonna take a look at those. They are rear facing, so I could be very wrong on those. So where are we at? First one here. First one here is a Denver mint mark, so this is going to be 64 or prior. 1955. All right, we do have a find. That is a Denver. And then this one here has the older style look to it, but it is a 62. So that one is not going to make the finds there. Nothing else standing out from what I see, but we do have a 55 up here to go with the rest. Roll number 9. We've got what looks like a 1948 here. Yep, 1948. There we go. That's another one. That is a Denver. Nice find there. Nice later date 40s. Going to fit right in there. We are on roll number 11. I've got one in here. Poured it out. I got one that has an older look with that rear facing mint mark. So we're going to see if this is an old one or not. That is a Denver mint mark there. And 1956. It is an older one. Nice. I think it fits in there somewhere. We are on roll 14. And right here, I've got one that just has an older look to it. There's a lot of these in this box that just has that older look. This one doesn't have a rare face and mint mark, so it'd be a Philly. Let's see what year this one is. 1941. Nice. I've been hitting a lot of 60s, so nice to see another 40s nickel there. I'm not really saving the recordings on the 60s. I'm probably going to cut all that footage, but nice to see an old 40s nickel here. Another 1941 to go up there. Nothing else standing out in the roll, so let's keep going. See what else we see in these rolls. We are on roll 17, and right here in the middle, if you can see it, we got a 1959 there. Poured it out, saw the date sticking out. That is a Denver. Nice. Nice. That is another nice nickel find there. Roll 17. We've got another find here. This one is a 1959. Just poured it out, saw a 59 sticking out there. This one is from Denver. This one's a little rough, but still an old nickel to go up here. Roll number 18, and I've got a couple to look at here. This one, that one may just be dirty now that I'm looking at it, but it does have the older look, so we're going to shake this one out, and there's one in the back here. No, that's a 69. That is a rough 69. Whew, rough 69. Let me just take a quick look here. That's a 65. Nothing else standing out here. This one was kind of sticking out the back, and it does look really old. So let's take a look and see if this one has a good date on it. 1938. There we go. That's the first year Jefferson. Nice. Going back to the first year of the Jeffersons there. Very cool. Nothing else really standing out in this roll, so let me get going through this one. Well, there's some rare face and mint mark right there. It's probably going to be 64. Yep, 64. Not quite old enough. So I will go through this and see what we got going on, and we'll keep going. Roll number 20. We've got another old nickel here. 1958. This one is a Denver. Nice. We are on roll 23. I've come across another one here that has an older look to it. Figure let's flip it over on camera. I don't see a mint mark there, so it's going to be a Philly. And we got another 1941. Nice. I think that's our third. Yep, our third 1941. We are on roll 16. And I've got another 1957 here. Come across this one. This one is a Philadelphia. Nice. It's another one. And as I was planting them out, there was one I caught my eye. I wanted to look at this one. This one has just that look to it. This one looks old and worn. So let's see if this is an old one. 1941, another 1941 there. Nice. The ender is a 60. All right. Yeah, I thought the ender was a 60, but we had two finds, 1957 and a 1941. Very cool. Roll 27. We have another old nickel here, pouring it out right here. Let's see, 1947. This one, I want to check this one a few nickels back while we're here. So let's see, 1947 out of Denver. Nice. It's another 47. This one has a rare face and mint mark. 1941. That's another 1941. Wow. Let me just take a quick peek. Nothing else that's really standing out here. What's that one? 63. But yeah, two finds in this roll, another 41 and a 47. Very cool. We are on roll 33, and we come across the 1940 here. There we go, 1940 out of Philly. A nice old nickel there. Roll 34, and I've got one here that just has that older look to it. I wanted to take a look here and see. It is a 1953 out of Denver. Nice, nice. There's a couple more in this roll that might be something. Let's put this up here, 1953 out of Denver. Take a quick look. Well, I'm not seeing anything standing out, so All right, 1953 out of Denver. Very cool. We have made it to roll 37, and we got a 1939 here. This one is rough. This one is a Philly. The Denver and San Francisco are both key dates of this date. So usually you're going to find a Philly. And this is it. Could have been a key date, but it is not. Just a regular date, but still a pretty old nickel there. There was a couple back here I wanted to take a look at. So let's spread these out a little bit. And I was going to look at, well, look at this one. We got 1941. 1941 out of Philly. That's another 41 for the stack. This one, that was just a damaged one. That one is the one that caught my eye, but right behind it was a 41. So we got two in this roll. Very cool. Roll 38. We've come across a 1953. How about that? 1953 out of Philly. And while we're at it, this other one has a rear face mint mark right behind it, so we're going to take a look. Is this an old one? 1958. Nice. Two more nickels in this roll for the stacks up here. Roll 39, our second to last nickel in here. Looks like an older one. So let's flip it over and see on camera what we got going on there. That does not look like a mint mark. That looks like some damage. So 1939 out of Philly. How about that? So our second 39 right there. We are on roll 41 and I've come across this 1970S, and if you look at how reflective the surfaces are there, this one is definitely going to be a proof. Super shiny. San Francisco got the thicker rims. Nice to see a proof in the hunt here. Very cool. Nice proof find. I don't see many proof nickels. Roll 43. Come across a 1957 right here. And there's one more back here I want to take a look at too while we're here. 1957 out of Philly. It's another 57 for the stacks. And let's take a look at this one. Is this an old one? Looks like it. It is 1954. Very nice. Very nice. There might be another one in here. Nothing else is catching my eye, but two more in this roll to go up here with the others. Very cool. We are still on roll 43 and working my way through. We hit a 1947. I didn't realize it from the back, and that is a San Francisco mint mark. I did not see that. I flipped it over. So, 1947. Let's get that on camera. That mint mark is kind of messed up there. I do search for the varieties on these ones that I put up here afterwards. It just makes it a little bit easier for me. I try to look them up and make sure I'm looking for all the right stuff. So I do search for all of those at the end. So we'll check out that mint mark and all the other mint marks and all the other varieties and stuff on these. We'll see if we find any here at the end. Roll 44, and I think I got a 1941 here. This one is so corroded and nasty. 1941, it is a 1941. That looks like a San Francisco mint mark there. 1941 out of San Francisco, that is in terrible shape. A lot of these nickels in this box is in terrible shape. But that's another old nickel, so we're going to toss it up there with the rest of them. We've made it roll 46, and it looks like we come across another old nickel, 1956. This one is got some gunk on it, but it is a Denver, 1946 out of Denver with some gunk. Roll 47, and I'm pretty sure we got an old one here. This one looks like it's got some striations across there, some lamination, pills on it, just some minor lamination there across the building there, what have you. 1942. This one is a Philadelphia 1942. There we go. That is another old nickel for the stack up here. Still on roll 47, and it looks like we got a 1949 here. Another rough nickel there. 1949. I don't see a mint mark. So Philly, this one is really corroded and nasty. But that's another 40s nickel. We are on roll 49 and just poured it out in the back here. We got a 1947. So let's take a look at that one. 1947 out of Philly. There we go. It's another 47. Still on roll 49, working my way through, and we've got a 1959 here. This one is a Denver. Nice. I'm going to put it up here. Keep going. Final roll of the hunt. And what might be the final find here, I have one back here that just has an older look to it. I figured let's look at that. I don't see anything else standing out, so let's take a look at this one. 1939. That one is a filly, as expected. Not seeing any doubling on it. Some pretty cool doubling on the 39s, and I didn't see any on there. Let me just, since this is the last roll, let's just go ahead and give me a quick look through. I'm gonna make a mess here. See if I see anything. Nothing else standing out, but I might have missed something. We'll see, but most likely I'll be right back with the wrap up. Well, time to wrap up here. We had a ton of cool finds here. We had 4 from the 30s, 16 from the 40s, and 15 from the 50s for a total of 35 there old nickels there, 7 of which were 41s. That was a stack of old 41s there. You also hit the 1970 proof, and I did have one 20, oh, that's the wrong nickel. Where did it go? There it is. I had one ugly 2024 Denver. Those are low mintage, but that one is pretty beat up and nasty. I'll put a pop-up picture on the screen. The Philadelphia had their mintages had gone up, was readjusted down, and just recently been readjusted up. So there'll be a picture of the mintages on the screen. But I did hit a 2024 Denver, lowest mintage nickel since the 50s for the Denver. 2009s are the second lowest between now and the 50s. 2009 Phillies are the lowest between now and the 50s there. So just some interesting numbers on mintages there. So I'll take all these. I don't know if any of these are gonna fill any spots in the album, but I do have a small stack over here of nickels for checking against the album. We'll see how those are looking, and then we'll go from there. We will update the albums as needed, and I'll be right back and show you all that stuff, and we'll wrap up the video. Alright, so it is time to wrap up here. We had a total of 4 from the 30s, 16 from the 40s, and 15 from the 50s, 7 of which were 41. So that's a tall stack of 1941s there. Don't usually see anywhere near that many of them. We also had the 1970 proof, and I had one 2024 Denver. This one is gunky and rough, but that is the lowest minted nickel between now and the 50s. I'll pop up a thing on the screen with the mintages, but the 2024 Phillies had higher mintages, had their mintage dusted down, and then back up a little bit, so they're not as low mintage as originally thought for the 2024s. So that is it for the finds. I have a stack of nickels off to the side, and I'll check these against the albums. Don't know if any of these are going to update the albums, but we'll be right back, check a look at the albums, and we'll wrap up this video. For our first spot fill, we got a 1947 San Francisco going to fill that spot up. It is really rough. Hopefully find an upgrade, but that will fill that spot for now. Next spot, 1953 out of Denver. A little bit rough, but going to fill that spot as well. And then we have another rough 1954 spot fill. And then we got a pretty decent 1957 out of Philly. That's just going to upgrade that. That one is in pretty nice shape. Looks better to the eye. I am filming in 4K here, so the camera is picking up a lot of surface imperfections and spots and stuff that you cannot see with the naked eye. So that's a solid spot upgrade there. Next up, we got a pretty decent 1974. It's pretty nice shape overall. I do come across some really nice 64s from time to time, but that one's going to fill the spot up for now. It is in pretty nice shape overall, and you're going to hold the spot until we find a really nice one, if we do. Unfortunately, the proof spots start in 1971, so our 1970 proof here does not have a spot to go in. Still a pretty nice find. It's going to be an honorary spot fill for the album. And then next we have one more spot fill, 1978 out of Denver. This one is in pretty decent shape for being a 78 out of Denver. Again, Denvers are harder for me to find in nicer shape, and that one's solid enough to fill the spot. Our next coin, 1988 out of Denver, going to fill that spot up. That one is a little bit rough, but still in pretty good shape. And again, I don't see many great Denvers, so we're going to hold that spot for now. Hopefully find a better one soon, but filling up the album with what I can find. And then we have a 2017 out of Denver there. That one is in pretty good shape. I'm going to fill that spot up. One more thing I want to mention, I'm starting to see 2025 out of Phillies, and I don't have one in there yet. Unfortunately, these two are a little rough. I'm going to hold out for a nice one, and I got a good chance of actually hitting some BU rolls from 2025. So hopefully we'll be able to find a really nice one to fill that spot up, so I'm not going to put those in. And last hunt, I had some 2023 Denver rolls. And as soon as I open one up, I'm going to set one aside to put in here because I found it in a roll from the bank, and that's what this book's for. So probably next hunt, I will have a very nice BU 2023 out of Denver. So there we have our nickel album. If I counted correctly, we had 7 spots filled and 1 upgrade, plus 1 additional honorary fill with the 1970 proof there. I might put that in the book at the very end. I'm not sure. I might just drop that in. If I do, I'll let you know next time. But until then, that is all for this nickel hunt. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up, help me out, and drop that comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Have a great day. And I want to give a very special thank you to all the viewers who have signed up as members. Thank you very much for going above and beyond to help support the channel. I very, very much appreciate it. If anyone is interested in becoming a member, feel free to check out the link below. Again, thank you very much for your support. Well, I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you click on that link right there, it'll help me out. And then I have a couple videos over here that is recommended. So if you would like to watch another one, I would definitely appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Have a great day.